Hi, my name is Christopher Luther with Luther Strings, and today we have the Yamaha SVC-210. And this is a compelling option for an electric instrument for the price. Some of the features that you'll like is that it does have a headphone jack, so you can practice and listen to it through a headphone jack where it's very soft. You can be in an apartment and have thin walls, and I don't think it'll bug the neighbors. It has active electronics, which is what allows for that, so it also fattens the power, the signal that comes out of here, so when you hook it up to an amp, it has a thicker signal. Also, a couple other features is its volume button, a volume knob, and then it does have a few reverb options, although I didn't think that they made a big difference on the instrument. And then here you have an auxiliary in, so you can play something from like a smart device and hook it up into this 1/4 inch, and then you can control the volume of that. So if you want to have backtracks playing along that you would play a melody over, you could then control that from here on the cello, which is a pretty cool feature. Some of the features of this cello that's nice is that it does feel like an acoustic cello. So included in this package are these wings that simulate the bouts of a cello for your knees. And these fold in, so you can untwist this, and then there's actually a little notch that you slip, and then these can angle in and fold up. That's nice. And then also a pad here that just comes in and out of the cello, so that you do have a simulation of the back plate touching your rib cage, and it's padded, so it's a little bit nicer than just pure wood touching your rib cage. And then you also get this simulation of the upper shoulder as you shift up and over the instrument into thumb position. It has fine tuners here, but also gear pegs. You don't really need fine tuners with gear pegs, but it's a nice touch if you just want to quickly adjust the tuning down here instead of up here. But these are precise in terms of their tuning with gear pegs. When you want to pack it up, you have to fold in the lower bout anchors here, take off the pad, then unscrew this shoulder, which comes off pretty easily. So it's a few steps in doing that. All right, some things to consider about this cello is that the lower bout extenders here, it's a little flimsy, so it can kind of bend, which kind of might be nice in that it has a little bit of flexibility, but if this were to get bumped fairly strongly, maybe it could bend. We haven't had any issues with that, but just wanted to let you know. And I like that it has an acoustic bridge, but you do have to install it, so it comes without the bridge on the instrument. Not a big deal, it's an easy installation. You always want to make sure that the label, the stamp on the back of the bridge, is facing towards the tailpiece. And then the other thing is some other models will have a little bit more control on the back side. So they'll have treble or bass, but you can always change that on the amplifier. So it's not that big of a deal because most amplifiers will have treble and bass. One other slightly awkward thing is setting this instrument down. I can put it on the ground, and it's sitting on the ground, which is good in that it's putting a lot of weight here, but these lower bout extensions kind of bend when it sets on the ground. It's flexible, and then it's putting pressure on the gear pegs. So it's hard to find a way where this actually sits down. It does not balance on its side. It'll just fall forward, and you don't want it to sit forward. We try angling it along like a countertop, and that also doesn't feel stable. So I think maybe the best way is to set it down on the ground, but then it's just kind of the most long version of itself in the way. So small thing, but it's something you would deal with a lot with this instrument. In terms of how the instrument sounds, it sounds good. I think you'd be happy for the sound that it provides at this price range. this one, the D is a little punchy. Maybe it sticks out a little bit. To my ears where we are. We can mess around with the bridge to see if that would help. So there's a little bit of freedom in where the bridge can be set. Let's see, maybe a little out of tune. And I don't think that actually makes a big difference. I do like that there is an acoustic bridge here, because if something happens to it, or if the instrument gets banged or dropped, hopefully the bridge breaks and then you can just replace that bridge. There's even opportunities for more response if you wanted maybe a custom tailored bridge to this instrument, or if you wanted higher or lower action. That could be something that you can do with this bridge. So that is a nice feature to have an acoustic bridge on this instrument. The instrument is plugged in right now. But if we turn the amplifier off, or just unplug it, here's what it sounds like. It's very soft, softer than a TV at a moderate volume. Like, I would feel comfortable talking over this kind of sound, so you can get an idea of how soft it actually is, or what other people would hear, but you would be plugging it in and hear a fuller volume, which you have control over with the volume knob when you hook in headphones. Thank you so much for checking out this video and being a virtual guest at the shop of Luther Strings. We're in Denver, Colorado. We have links below. Please check out our website, and if you would like a cello like this or any of the ones behind me, we would love to serve you. We are here, we are musicians and players. More of a violin viola player for me, so excuse my cello playing. But we're here to help you anytime. So give us a call or an email, and look forward to meeting you.